Hey man, I ain't got nothing really to say about this. You see it.
Can I get your number?
Oh, oh, thank you. I'm flattered.
No.
I,
No. You're...
chill. I can't make friends. I mean, sure, you can. Here you go. Alright.
Whoa. I said, where's the cucumbers?
What?
Yeah.
Cucumbers. What? What did you...
I mean, I could show you where it is. I mean, it's over by the produce. I can show you.
She too eager, bro. She too eager. Look, how you failed twice.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I can show you. Yeah.
And bro did it. He gonna look back. He gonna cry in the car. We don't want a part 2, bro. Let me see these comments real quick. It's just a random little video, man. That's 750 in your... Oh, my... Okay. Chill. I can't make new friends. It's hilarious, bro. And y'all still thinking men and women can be friends? You still... Oh, you trust her, right? You trust her, right? Okay, I give you... You trust her. You trust him. All right. I ain't even gonna say nothing. I'm flattered. Is he the boyfriend? He's the brother. Nah, bro, he's the brother. I can't make friends. What? Boff of the decade. I can show you. Bro, that gotta be a body. That gotta be a body, bro. Sprinkle. I can't make new friends, baby. You chipping. Don't do too much. He's just my friend. You believe that if you want to, boy. Drizzle.
Does your husband ever tell you that you're being disrespectful, and do you just want to knock him upside the head? Yeah, I used to. My husband would say to me often, dude, you are so disrespectful. And when I hear that, for whatever reason, that made me feel like he was belittling me and he was putting me down. I was like, you don't deserve my respect with the way you act, right? And I would withhold that was respect from him. Because I wasn't going to respect somebody that told me I was disrespectful, even though I was. I was probably very clearly disrespectful. There's this thing we talk about, you've probably heard of it if you're in the Christian atmosphere at all, love and respect, the crazy cycle. Scripture literally talks about this. It talks about how women need love and husbands need respect. The Bible commands women to respect and all that up, but it's in there. Check it out. She withholds respect because she's feeling unloved, and he withholds love because he's feeling disrespected, and we just stay in this crazy cycle, as they call it. Check it out. It is worth it. I promise. This commenter made me think about it. I did too, dude. I almost wrecked my family. I never recognized what disrespect actually was. It was me just being unloving to my husband. I expected him to love me unconditionally. I held him to those biblical mandates very quickly. But, I wasn't going to hold myself quite to that one as well. So thank you for sharing.
Came to hoe and go. If you just going and not hoeing, hey, baby, you might need to wait for the church retreat. You might not need to come on this trip.
You ain't got to hoe. Everybody do what they want to do. I'm pro-choice.
No, because when you're not pro-hoe, you're anti-hoe. I'm sorry. If you're not pro-hoe, you're anti. And you are not welcome up in here. We are supporters of sluts, whores, dick suckers, and all things above. Okay, we are pro everything up in this motherfucker.
Popping it, pass on my coat. I'm on the road, go like I'm Batman. Damn, what? Smart as a madman.
It's your boy J Man. I'm blind reacting, bro. It's a long one. Let's get it.
All right, y'all. So this is story time about how I almost...
Oh, she almost ruined her marriage. She's gonna tell you all that. I ain't really gotta say too much. I'm gonna be talking and pausing. And yeah, let's get it.
Let my ego and a girl's trip ruin my marriage. It was about to be over, y'all. So
before she even start, before we get into it, if that girl going on a girl's trip or a cruise and all this and that, may God bless you and may be your witness and all that, right? But women keep women single. Friends keep friends single.
This was about 4 years ago. My cousin was planning a girl's trip for her birthday, and I was planning to go, right? So I had mentioned to my husband that I was going. And when I think back about it, I had never really asked him, did he mind? I just kind of said hey, we're going on a girl's trip to Puerto Rico, blah, 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 blah. Boom. I paid for my flight. I paid for the Airbnb. Like, it was all paid for. And I want to say this is about maybe like 2 weeks before the vacation, where I'm like, honey, don't forget I'm going on vacation. And he was like, vacation weird. No, you're not.
Oh, God.
And in my mind, I'm just like, what do you mean I'm not? Like, what is the issue? So we're going back and forth and like having this big disagreement, big argument about him not wanting me to go on vacation, me and my ego, like, I'm going, you're not my daddy, you're not gonna tell me what to do, I'm gonna do.
A girl says she can't tell you what to do, bro. She don't respect you, bro. She argumentative. All right.
I'm gonna go. And I remember being so like so stuck in like, I'm going to do it. I don't care what you think. I'm going. Like, that was very much my mentality, right? He was expressing like he didn't know who I was going with. Like, I was going with my cousin, but he didn't know the people I was going with, who was going to be there. I didn't know them, which I didn't really know them. So he was like, I don't trust it. I don't want you going somewhere that I don't know, like, I don't feel comfortable. And I was very much, I wasn't hearing the protection side. All I was hearing was, you're telling me I can't go, you don't trust me, what's the issue? Again, my ego is leading my thoughts, what I'm saying. I'm not hearing nothing my husband is saying. And I'm very much on like, I don't get to go on girls trips, I don't get to go anywhere, blah 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 blah. Like, I was very much like just argumentative, like not hearing nothing. And I remember, like, again, this argument was really, really big, and it was very much like we were bumping heads because I felt like he wasn't listening to me. He felt like I wasn't listening to him. And then we were just at odds, right? We were just very much like both letting, like, our egos are just clashing.
Baby, we get it. Getting to the next point.
Real bad. So at this time, I'm calling my sister, like, can you believe this? He got an issue with this. Like, what would you do? Like, very much, and my sister's not married, so I was very much just like, I'm thinking in my mind at that time, again, this is about 4 years ago, I'm thinking it's about you not trusting me. Why would you not want me to go? What is all of this, right? And I had to, y'all, sit myself down.
Yep.
Sit myself down and say, Janine, what are you doing? What are you doing? I just
finna walk out of marriage, walk into a divorce. What Tia, what's that girl named? Tia, I forgot her name. She graduated from her marriage, and now I made a video about that, by the way. Now she's regretting her marriage and wish she can go back. Nah, man.
Sit down with myself and say to myself, is this girl's trip more important than my marriage? Am I willing to risk going on this trip, saying forget what my husband wants, however he feels, what he thinks, and get on that flight anyway? And my ego was saying, girl, do it. But I had to really sit back on my vows and consider my husband and respect his opinion and hear him, because I was not listening at all. I heard him, but I was not listening to what he was saying, because I was so focused on what I was going to do, and you can't stop me from what I'm going to do. And that was really me going back into like what was kind of drilled into my head, or what I saw my mother do growing up, or how she spoke to people or spoke to.
Ask your mama, do she got a man though?
Men, that it was driving my thought process of like, And I recognized that I was wrong in that situation. And the trip was not that big. I didn't really care that much about the trip. You know what I'm saying? When I really got down to the bottom of it, I didn't care that much. I was so bent on, you're not going to tell me what to do, that I could not hear the protection part of it. No, I didn't know really the people who I was going with. I knew my cousin, but at the end of the day, I didn't know who I was going to be with. So I could not understand or fathom the fact that what he was saying was coming from a place of love and protection. And to be quite honest, I never ever asked this man, did he mind or care about me going on this vacation? I didn't. I was not.
Let me just pause her right quick, man. Listen, it ain't the point of you going. It's I don't know where you finna go. You telling me last minute, I don't know who you going with. And you got to check in and see if the house is good, if I'm good as your husband, as a guy that's protecting and providing for you. Like, you got to go through so many measures before you even take that measured trip. Like, you paying for tickets, but you don't even know if the house is cool. You know, women got bad priorities. You know what I'm saying? Women are good with spending their last dollar on something they really don't even need in life. But hey, man, I don't know. What y'all thinking in the comments, bro? Y'all letting it go on a girls trip? You know what I'm saying? If you go on a girls trip, I'm going on a boys trip.
Consider it at all. I went to him and said, hey, honey, I'm going on this trip. And I think he just brushed it off like whatever, and it never came back up. And then I just paid for it, and I just did whatever I wanted to do. I was not considerate at that time. In that moment, I was really doing what I wanted to do. And I thought that I wanted to do the girls trip thing. I had never really been on a girls trip before. Well, I had been on one for my bachelorette party, but that was different. So this was like,
Bachelorette party? With the strippers and stuff? Oh, no.
So, like, I want to do this. I haven't been anywhere, blah, 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 blah. And I recognized this trip ain't worth my marriage. Like, it was not worth my marriage. And I had to, like, I don't think I was more so worried about having to go to my cousin and say, I can't go. I got to respect my marriage more. I was more so worried about my ego of, like, what are they going to think?
I think it's getting real repetitive.
Gonna think my husband trying to boss me around. Like I was more so worried about that. And once I got out of my ego, it didn't matter. It was like, girl, I can't go. Like, keep the money. Like, I'm not gonna I already paid for it. I don't need the money.
Keep the money. You got me messed up.
Money back. I just can't go. I cannot risk. This is wrong. I was wrong in this situation, right? And I had to sit back with myself and take accountability that this was all created because I wasn't considerate from the beginning. Had things have been a conversation before, more consideration, we may have not been there. But I realized when I think about just the growth and the accountability that you have to take in relationships and marriage, for sure, you got to be willing to say you were wrong and I was wrong. And there's no girls trip on this earth. And I realized at the end of the day, I really don't like girls trips. Like, that ain't my thing. I'd rather travel with my husband. But because I thought that's what I wanted to do and that's what I needed to do, because of you're not telling me what to do, I was ready to risk it all. And baby, I'm glad God pulled me right back in and said, girl, what are you doing? What are you doing? Because I was tripping, y'all. That's a testimony to just say that don't let your ego take you out, because your ego will have you doing things that you wouldn't really do. You're not thinking logically. You're not thinking about the other person.
Just to prove to a person, I'm cutting it wrong because it's just saying the same thing. Just to prove to a person that I'm going to do it just because you said not to do it. That type of life.
Not thinking about you're not thinking, ahead. You're thinking about in the moment about what you want, and sometimes what you want is not what you need. Okay? So I'm glad I'm here, a living testimony to say that man back there.
That man back there, man. Praise be y'all to y'all beautiful couple, beautiful marriage, and all that good stuff, But listen, women who got that type of mindset of the second part, not the ego part, we ain't talking about that. That's the strong, independent, I don't need no man. That's that. You know what I'm saying? Don't go to your single friends and ask, what would you do? Because in their situation, they don't know what a marriage is. They don't know what complying to a man's life and taking their feelings and their ego as well into consideration. They don't know what that life is about. They don't got that mindset. You can't go to that and ask them what they do. You can't. Why would you ask somebody how to tie your shoes and if they ain't even got the same, you know what I'm saying? They don't know what to do. They don't know how to do it. But that second part, that quote unquote, women use that shaming language, rest in peace to the Godfather. Women use that shaming language and call women like this pick-me's. We're going to read the comments, by the way. The pick-me's, those are the ones get married. Those are the ones that live a stable lifestyle. I'm not saying you can't be stable being single, but why would you want to pay 100% of your bills and 50-50? You can, I don't do a struggle love. Baby, how are y'all struggling? So you telling me you rather struggle on your own than struggle, quote unquote, with a man? We both can get 2 jobs and build this and build that. Or you don't want to do the job. You don't want to do the building. Okay, you want the man to have it built. So you just come into his life and then you still do what you want to do? Nah, baby, we're not doing that. Let's read these comments real quick. Good for you for considering his point of view. I hope it brought you closer together. Oh, God. What was his reason for you not going? He just told you. We just listened to 7 minutes of this. What was his reason? Baby, I don't feel comfortable with you leaving me, going to a whole nother maybe state, country, continent, all of that good global stuff. We don't even know if the bills are paid for, if whatever, if it's 50-50 or whatever we got going on. Well, obviously she paid for the flight. Y'all was good if she got the money for the flight. No, that's not the point. What else she said? Because when it started off, I'm like, it's just a trip. And I'm not married. That's all you need. That's all you need. So I most likely don't understand. He wasn't comfortable with me going on a trip with people I didn't know because of the situation I could have been put in. Okay. We waiting for the load. That makes sense. Glad you were able to come. Whatever. Okay. Hats off to you. That trip was for a moment. Marriage is for a lifetime. Exactly. Don't make small decisions because those decisions will affect tomorrow. This decision you make today will always affect your future life. That's the whole point. This man did this, did that, and you can't take his ego, quote unquote, into consideration of you not going on that trip. Come on now, you got to make sure home is straight before you go out and you want to be outside. That's all it is. I'm saying majority of men will be okay with you going outside, right? Let's just say that. Other than the other stipulations that the club is the most promiscuous way. But if you are already catering to a man and he will be like, all right, baby, you go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Because he'll know and he'll be more comfortable with you going and doing y'all thing. But you ain't got to dress like a 3 or 4, by the way. But let's read these comments. Yeah, vacation isn't worth losing your marriage, especially if you don't even know most of the people going. Exactly. Somebody said, girl, nobody care. You clearly do, which is why you're in my comments. Exactly. Why did he wait until 2 weeks before your trip to express his concern? I don't know, sis. This is just weird, honestly. I'm not sure if you heard me when I said I mentioned it to him once and he didn't mention it again 2 weeks before the trip, so he forgot all about it. Exactly. The way people kill it. Oh, my God. Why did I say that word? The way people, unaliving people, I get it. If our man said he wanted to do something, he just told us we'll feel a way too. Exactly. But listen. Hey, man, what y'all think in the comments, bro? But y'all would have, for the women, and y'all would have went on that trip just to prove to a man, oh, I don't need you. I'm going to do what I want to do regardless. If you got that attitude, baby, ain't nobody gonna cuff you if they have self-respect for themselves. They are awareness of within themselves to a different individual in their life. If they want to protect their peace, I'm not going to be peaceful if you're going out of state, out of the city, within the city. You want to go outside and want to come back and be litty 4 a.m. My peace ain't going to be well either. My peace ain't going to be well either. So like I said, if you want to be outside, you could be outside. Just know you're not going to do it with me. That's all it is. It might sound like, oh, you're controlling or you this or you that. But look, this is men mindset. I already said, women don't know men. How would you feel if I'm going out? Yeah, babe, I'm finna go out. You know what I'm saying? Where you going? I'm going to the strip club. I'm going to the club. You ain't gonna like that. Oh, I'm going out with the fellas. Where y'all going? Where you gonna be with? Y'all know how women get. Come on, bro. But like I said, man, if you want to be outside, be outside. But at the end of the day, those pick-me's, those are the one that get married. The one those inconsiderate people, they don't get things in life. Because if you want to be selfish and get your way every single time, just know it comes with a price. And the price is divorce. Hey, man, make sure y'all like and subscribe, bro. She almost ruined her marriage. A girl trip almost ruined my marriage. Hey, I'm Jay. And I'm gone. Friends keep friends single.